How's everyone doing today? This is my first part of my videos on the destructibility of religion. My topic today is I want to focus on is the attitude of the Southern Baptists, particularly speaking of black families and their attitude toward atheists. When basically my family found out that I was in fact an atheist, which I have been an atheist now probably my whole life, but we'll say realizing that I was an atheist, beginning to make decisions outside of religion, independent from religion, not considering religion at all. I would say that's been going on now for 10 years. And so I consider myself an atheist have been an atheist for 10 years. Well, obviously, 10 years ago, I did not come out and tell my family that I was an atheist. And the reason being is because fear, essentially, that had been embedded in me that if you did not hold a belief in God, then you were going to die. And that this was unthinkable for you not to hold a belief in God, and very, very bad on so many levels. And so basically religion, and this is the point that I would like to try to bring out, hopefully to get other black atheists to come out of the closet, and also to get the black family to perhaps put aside some of their ignorance and their bigotry and open up to their black atheist family members. Particularly in the black family, religion is something that is embedded into the family. And essentially it is the glue that keeps the family together. Now obviously then you're probably thinking, well, this is not such strong glue. And I agree. But it is essential in the black family. So for someone to come out and say that I'm an atheist, it can be very, very, very bad for this person in the black family. Particularly with myself. I have now seen to be isolated from my mother's side of the family. And I'm not completely isolated from my sisters and brothers, but I feel the tension there and a hostile attitude there daily. And it's something that I have to continue to work through. But what I want to talk about now particularly is my mother's side of the family. Particularly last Christmas, I was in the military at this time, and I came home on leave to actually to see my brother because I had spent the holidays last time in Iraq, and so I figured that surely I can be home this holiday season, particularly to see my brother, which I had not seen in a while, my identical twin brother, and I had not seen him probably about 2 years. So you can imagine I was pretty anxious to come home and see him and the rest of the family. The reason why this had to be done during the holiday season, during Christmas time, is because my family is very dysfunctional. And it seems like the only time they ever come together and act with a little decency is around Christmas time. And so I figured that this will probably be a good time for me to come home and meet all of them. But very naively, I just kind of wasn't thinking about the fact that I was an atheist. And on my car, there's a license plate that reads lifelong atheist. This was on my car when I was home, not the actual license plate, but a license frame, and this spelled this out. And my uncle basically saw this, and he just went off on a tangent and almost violently attacked me. And this is the type of attitude that can come about in the black family. But needless to say, ever since then, I was isolated by him, cut off from that side of the family completely. And so this is something that does affect people. Now, a lot of black atheists in their family probably are in the closet atheists, and they probably asking this question right now, well, how do I come out of the closet? Well, first off, I'm going to tell you right now, no matter how you do it, you are going to get this bigotry, this ignorance, and this isolation. That's just not about being a black atheist. That's just about being an atheist, period. That's going to happen. The best way that you're going to even begin to be able to deal with these things, though, is for you to come out the closet in the first place. By you hiding in the closet, don't want to be seen, then you're giving them what they want, and they have already defeated you. You should not have to hide who you are, and regardless of the consequences, if you don't ever come out the closet, how are you ever going to expect for things to change or get better? Now, here's my word of advice for the families that are suppressing other family members, and you may not even know that you're doing so, because they may be in a closet atheist because of this effect. Your religion has destroyed your family and not brought your family together, and it is destroying this person and it's an individual who is hiding themselves in the closet, essentially, because they are afraid of the reaction that you may have. This is not necessary. If this is what your religion teaches, if this is what your religion inspires, you need to dig deep down and decide whether or not you want to be a part of a religion that teaches you to outcast your brothers, your sisters, your family members, people that you grew up with and that you love. That if it teaches you to outcast them simply because they don't hold the same beliefs as you do, simply because they decided to go one God further in their disbelief and their lack of belief, then something is seriously wrong with your religion and seriously wrong with you. If you do not change that, you're going to continue to destroy that family and that bond that you previously had, because religion, they're not bringing that, but I promise you that religion will destroy that. The next thing I want to talk about, though, is the not only the isolation from the family, but also the community. And a lot of places in the South, to be excommunicated from the church is to be excommunicated from the community and from the town. And so therefore, what can you do, essentially? And this is why I believe that a lot of atheists are driven out of the South, because they figure that if I want to come out of the closet of being an atheist, then it's not going to be here. I need to go somewhere where I can still be a part of society, because essentially in the South, you're going to be cut out of society altogether. I'm not saying that this is the case for every single atheist in the South, but in general, for most atheists, this is something that they find themselves a victim of. And again, though, the only way it's going to change is for the atheists to come out of the closet. But this is a perfect example of the destructibility of religion. But one founding advice I have for you for this topic today is ask your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your family members, once you come out as an atheist and they seem to take this negative attitude, ask them why are they so afraid to be around you, and make them think logically about their religion, about God, about everything, and ask them, is it worth losing that bond and that lifelong love that you guys have as family members, as brothers and sisters, as whatever. Ask them, is it worth losing that? And if they say yes, then I'm afraid that this person is probably not worth you being around in the first place.